Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Eileen. I go by the name Chaotic Mom, and if this is the first time you're ever seeing one of my videos, welcome. This is a Dollar Tree video. This is what I have made with some Dollar Tree products. This is my DIY vanity, and I made these with some canvases and with a couple pieces of foam board. What else did I use in here? I used some sheet pans, cookie trays. But yeah, this is my DIY vanity that is going to be going in my closet. So if you want to see how I put this together, then I will show you just how I did that. I think that it turned out perfect for what I'm going to use it for. I will say at the beginning of this video that if you have little ones, such as toddlers or babies that are learning how to stand up and pull up on things, this is not something that I would have in my home if I had a toddler that was pulling up on things. It's not sturdy enough for that. So use your own judgment when you are making furniture for yourself, especially when you're using Dollar Tree items. But other than that, I love how it looks. I love how it turned out, and it's perfect, like I said, for what I want it for. So if you would like to know how I did this, just stay tuned watching and I'll show you. All right, so for my vanity desk, so for the vanity, I've got 8 of these from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to tell you from the Dollar Tree for everything that's from the Dollar Tree, because there's only a couple things that is not from the Dollar Tree for here.
We went to the Dollar Tree just for that.
Yeah, I know. So this is the, I was holding it upside down, it's 8 by 10. Stretch canvas. So all I do is I take my X-Acto knife, I take off the plastic, and then I will show you exactly how I do this. So for this, what I do is through trial and error, I figured out this is the best way to do this. You're just going to take your X-Acto knife and you're going to run it along these staples on the top and the bottom. Okay, so take your X-Acto knife and run it all along the staples on the canvas, all the way around. So I'll show you one side. I'm going each side of the, it's really hard to do this upside down, honestly, because I don't want to cut myself. Another reason you got to be really careful using an X-Acto knife, because they slip. So the corners are the hardest because you've got folded corners. So you're just going to peel up and get to the very bottom, cut around that staple. Okay, and I'm going to show you that it's going to be pretty easy to take off if you do around each staple. Okay, the corners are going to be a little bit more difficult, like I said, because they're stapled on and bent and all that. So we're going to go and do the same thing on each side. We just cut around, and in the corners you're just going to take it layer by layer. I got the first layer off. Now I got to dig in there and cut around the second layer. So I cut around the second layer. Make sure you have a nice sharp knife. You don't want a dull knife for this because otherwise it's not going to cut right.
Dude,
I'm still working on this corner. See, this is what takes the longest is these corners because they have
like 5 minutes just to do one corner.
Layers of canvas on them. See? Layers of canvas. And the rest of these little piece of cake, you just literally cut them one side, the other side, one side, the other side, one side, the other side. Watch, it's so friggin' easy. But you get to the corners, pain in the butt. So I'm going to back up here and I'm going to finish doing these and then I'll come back with what we're doing. Okay, so I know this is a very flattering pose. Don't everybody compliment me at once here. But I had to put you somewhere. So, these are all my legs. Here's what I'm foreseeing. Okay? A bottom like this. This is the leg. And then this goes somewhere in the center like that. Okay? And then we do it 2 more times. Whoop! They're of course going to be glued together, so... Okay? So it looks like this from the side. It's like that. Okay, so that doesn't look bad. And then we're going to spray paint it and do some stuff to it. So that doesn't look bad at all for a leg. It's the top that I'm having a hard time with, y'all. My muffin top. No, I don't have a hard time with that at all. I maintain that just fine. Okay, so here's what I come up with for the top. Stay with me. So, I got these sheet pans, okay? They're just the regular cookie pans from the Dollar Tree. And, you know, they're sturdy because they're not the reusable ones. They're the, you know, whatever. So I thought, God, I want to be able to use these because they're so sturdy. But then, you're a disaster, Hannah. But then I didn't know how to join them together. You see what I'm saying? To make a long, sturdy desktop. So here's what I decided.
Oh, it's in my hair.
I decided that I'm going to
Are you putting that under it?
I don't know if I'm going to put that over it or under it. I think
Over it.
what is less, this is more. Okay, so for one part, I'm going to be cutting out a shape. First, I'm going to answer my phone. Hello?
Hi, this is Lisa with Senior Care. We are calling to let you know about a new
I don't need senior care. My dad does, though. All right, so listen. Okay, here's what we're going to do. So I'm going to cut out a template. Ooh, this is going to be the perfect size for side by side. Look at that. So all I need to do is measure and cut out. Yeah, that's going to be perfect.
Crazy. Never.
I should do 2 of these. And then do this on top of the 2. Well, that's not the right size. Or maybe I should just do this right here and then do another one on top of that to make it stronger, you know what I mean? Because I want this area to be strong. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to measure, so here's the cookie sheet, here's the other cookie sheet, and long ways on this foam board, forgot to tell you what this isn't cardboard, it's foam board. Long ways, it fits perfectly. So we are going to measure it up to, you guys, I'm just over here trying to live my life and be a YouTuber, and I'm trying to edit this video, and I see lots of crazy bodies dancing in the background of this video. So I'm sorry, and there's nothing I can do about it because I'm not cutting out all of the crazy dancing in the background. But this is what I live with. This is why my name's Chaotic Mom, and you're welcome. 10.5 inches? No. 10 inches. Yes, 10 inches. Are you serious?
She's been doing that for like...
Do you understand that's going in the video?
Huh?
Do you understand that that's going in the video?
She's not cutting that out. You look like an
So what are we doing today? We're making a vanity desk. All right, so 10 up.
I look like a unicorn.
You look nothing like a
10
unicorn.
So here I'm just measuring up from the shorter side, 10 inches up, because that is going to be how wide my desktop is going to be. So I'm just taking 10 inches all the way up, and then I'll make a nice long line so I can cut it. I was trying to figure out what in the world was going on with my face, and then I remembered I hurt my back when I undid my leg like that and I reached out. So it was me screaming on my back. I was like, what is wrong with my face? Why am I looking like that?
You did a really good cut.
It's exactly 20 inches. So when you cut down the center, you're getting 2 pieces. This is gonna work perfectly, y'all. Unbelievable.
Period.
Purred.
Don't ask.
This is gonna be like a little tiny vanity. It's only 10 inches across. It's fine though for me. Okay, I also forgot that I bought these things to be bases for the legs. So they're gonna be like, you know, like a base. So it looks like a finished. So it looks finished on the bottom. But it'll look better when they're all spray painted properly. So I'm going to use this Fix-All and hot glue just to make sure that it sticks permanently.
It's a big
So this
bottle.
is gonna go like that.
Oh, it fits perfectly.
Mm-hmm. This is gonna go like that. And then this is gonna go in the center. I'll cut that down too. That's gonna be just the center support. And then this will be the whole thing in tape. And then in this beautiful marble contact paper.
Did you get that at the Dollar Tree?
I did not.
Oh.
I've had it. This is just a piece of chipboard, by the way. If you don't have chipboard, that's fine. Just try to reinforce it with like a couple boxes of cereal board, or you know what I mean? A couple boxes of something that you are done with, whether it be an Amazon box or just something. Look. Let's do this. So I'm going to go in with this nasty stuff. Ooh, yuck. Oof.
What?
It just starts coming out. It's
Really?
gross. Yeah.
It's nasty.
Yes. Stinks too. Oh no. Oh, gotta straighten it out. Okay. Oof. That stuff stinks.
Ew, I can smell it from all the way over here.
Ew, it smells.
That's nasty. Why does it stink that bad?
No. So now I think I'm just going to take my cardboard strips here and I'm going to cut them down to 1 inch wide, and I'm going to go around and I'm going to seal up all the edges here. So let me cut these chipboard pieces down to 1 inch.
Oh, is that your chipboard?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now what we're doing is we are cutting 1 inch strips out of this chipboard to line this with. So we're going to keep on cutting 1 inch strips because I still have to do both ends and then this side. It's really sturdy, you guys. I really hope this works. So here I'm just showing you the best way to attach the canvas frame to this little wooden piece is just to flip it down where the bottom part is the open part that you would hang on the wall. And then I just put a couple drops of the glue, and then I go ahead and use my hot glue around the couple drops of glue. That way the hot glue bonds instantly, but then the other glue is still there to give it a nice solid hold. And what I did was I just measured out and saw that I believe the big wooden sign was 12 inches. The canvas piece was 10 inches, so on each side, I just left an inch on each side. So basically, as I was gluing these pieces together, I was just keeping an eye on the center of each piece. And I wasn't necessarily like measuring it out and marking it all the time, which sometimes I did, but like you'll see here, I'm just kind of eyeballing it. But it worked out pretty good. So now that I built both of the legs, I've got the wooden pieces, that little wooden sign, along with 3 canvases all stacked up on top of each other and dried. So now I'm taking it out here in the garage and I'm going to spray paint it. There's a couple things that I would have done differently in this project, and one of them would have been I would not have spray painted it. Believe it or not, I would have used chalk paint, because it doesn't look like the spray paint really took the wood canvas pieces at all. For whatever reason, I don't know if it was the spray paint or it's just the fact that it was spray paint. I don't know, but then at the end of the project, you'll see that I add some supports and I used chalk paint on those, and it seems like it took a lot better. So that's one thing I would change. Look at my husband back there looking at the camera. Okay, so I've got the legs out there drying. I just showed you I was spray painting those white. I'm not sold on white. I've kind of got like a couple ideas for this. It's a vanity. I mean, you know that. This is going to be the stool. Here's the stool that I got. I've already had it forever, okay? And I was going to put this over it. It's a fleece that I got from the Dollar Tree. We used to get these for Maya Paya when she was alive. But it's okay, she's not alive no more. Anyway, I'm going to pop the top off of this, and I'm going to recover it in this pink and white. See? because I kind of got this whole pink, like dreamy dressing room idea in my head. You're on YouTube, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so I kind of have like this pink dreamy dressing room in my head, and part of me wants it to be like chandeliers and crystals, because every girl wants like a dressing room with chandeliers and crystals. But then another part of me is like, that's not my house. As you can see, this is rustic. So then I'm also leaning towards like rustic glam. So I know I'm doing this in this marble contact paper, but then I'm trying to figure out what I want for the legs. So like I said, I painted it white, but then another part of me is wanting to paint it like this silver and put like glitter wrap on it from the Dollar Tree, because I want it to be like, wow. I'm torn. I don't really know what to do with the legs. So I'm just going to forget about that. It's white right now. And then I'm going to go ahead and cover this in contact paper, and then we'll go from there. How about that? Okay. So I have 2 extra frames here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull them apart at the edges here. Be very careful because I do slit my finger on one of these. What you want to do is loosen up the edge and then just pull them away from each other, because they do have like a metal shim inside that keeps them together. And so you have to be really careful when you pull them apart from each other, because I actually slit my finger with the piece of metal in it. So FYI, just be very careful. But what you're going to be doing is creating two 90-degree wood brackets out of one of these artist canvas. So you see I've got one edge pulled apart, and now I'm going to pull the opposite edge apart, and there we go. I was nice enough to skip the cleanup from me cutting my finger, but here we are. This is what we've got, these 2 90-degree brackets now. And so I'm just going to take these and hot glue them with the regular glue to each of the corners here, and that provides a little bit more stability to the top of our table here. I'm so proud of myself. Look at me. I'm so proud of myself. So now I'm just going to continue to do on this side everything that I did on the other side. So that's it, guys. The only thing I did not show you was painting those extra 90-degree angles that I glued on. I did paint those with a white chalk paint. As you can see in the back, I did not paint them. I will go back and paint those though, because now I can see the unfinished wood and it looks horrible. The other thing I did go in is put some bling on there. As you can see, those rhinestones. I did go on and put that. Those are from the Dollar Tree also. I hot glued those on. They just covered up some areas where the extra support met the original frame, and there was some hot glue there. The other thing you're seeing down at the bottom, that little marble, it looks like just a marble sheet down on the bottom, is going to be a piece of foam board that I cut and measured and then wrapped in marble, because I wanted the bottom to have some stability and it didn't. So that's why I put that down there on the bottom. And this is what it looks like with a vanity chair under it. It is the perfect height, you guys, for a vanity. Perfect height. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I do not suggest this for little ones. This is not super stable, so it's not something you can climb on. It's not something you can put super duper heavy stuff on. This is for somebody who's going to use it as it's meant to be for, you know, light makeup maybe, or this is somewhere that you want to sit down and brush your hair at. maybe a hallway table. I've also decorated it that way in this next clip just to show you that it can also look beautiful like that. Here's just maybe in your living room if you want it, or in an entryway. Anyway, this table cost anywhere from $10 to $15 to make, depending on how much you want to put into it, how much you have already at home. I happen to have the marble contact paper, so that really helped me. And I actually had a ton of everything already at home. I had the rhinestones, I had hot glue, I just already had a lot of the stuff. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask me down in the comments below. I really had a lot of fun making this. I encourage you to make one for yourself. It just gives you an extra place to put some of your knickknacks and your goodies. And if you liked this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to Chaotic Mom. I'm really trying to get some more videos out for you guys. But go ahead and give me a subscribe, and that way you will not miss any of my videos. All right, I will see you in my next one. Take care. Bye.
I arrested him on a hunch. He wouldn't have been acquitted. He would have walked.
The kid wouldn't have been raped. And that is your fault.
Mr. Wheeler. What? You swore you'd spend your